All right, drone video, tract 19 at the Devil's Backbone project. Beautiful property, has kind of an open meadow or field toward the west side. Does have the National Forest frontage right there at the west side as well. Where are we? We are at the west side and we're looking down. We're actually over the National Forest right where we are. And we're facing easterly with the property right there on the other side of the road. You can see kind of the pile of trees. That's just from that's not from logging, any logging or anything like that. That's from the roads being widened and improved earlier in the year. Sometimes the guys go ahead and burn those piles, and sometimes they just don't get to it. So I don't actually know if that pile of trees is still there or not, so be aware of that. If you were planning to use it for firewood or whatnot, it might be gone already, not sure. But yeah, we're looking easterly. We're over the National Forest. As you see that road going off to the east, the property sits to the left of that, and just past the road you can't see below us where the Jeep was parked. So actually the entire south side borders that road that we're looking at right now. So as we're facing easterly, it's on the left side of that road. And then the entire west side of the property borders that other gravel easement road, as well as a portion of that west side borders the National Forest. So awesome tract. It is surveyed with the corners marked. Obviously you have access into the gigantic Mark Twain National Forest. Just this section of National Forest has 30 or 40 or 50,000 acres, something pretty awesome. So if you're a hunter, you're into recreation, camping, hiking, swimming, fishing, it's fantastic. So the property is the meadow and all that stuff. You can see where the Jeep is, and then directly on the other side is the Mark Twain National Forest. I mean, it is just right there. Awesome tract. Certainly for hunting, for camping, building maybe an off-grid home or cabin. You do have setback distances from the easement roads, so you do want to be aware of that. So with that south road running the entire south, that trail that goes off in the distance there, that is not an easement road or anything. That's just an old trail that was on some of these, quite a few trails out here. But the trails are not easements. The easement roads that you see, those are easements. And that meadow is gorgeous on this property. That might be the only large open meadow at the Devil's Backbone project, and it's on tract 19. What we were saying a minute ago, you've got setbacks from the road, and with that, the road we're seeing now bordering the whole south side of the property, there are certainly areas that would be there are certainly areas where you could not build on this property because of the setbacks from the road, but I think we went through it in our intro video. There's more than enough room to build essentially any size house you wanted on this property. I mean, you could build an enormous Homer cabin on this property and still be beyond the setback. But that setback does mean that a good portion of that open meadow that we're seeing would not be usable for an actual house or for buildings or whatnot. So now we're in the National Forest. We're just kind of cruising around, it looks like. These tracks are just awesome. There's a very limited number of these Devil's Backbone project tracts. Not only are we within the National Forest or in the area of the National Forest, a large number of these tracts do have direct frontage, and we're within about 10 minutes, 10 miles anyway, of West Plains, Missouri, which is the largest regional city. So you've actually got what we would call a very nice, very usable city with West Plains, and then you're out kind of in the private National Forest, looking east at the property, which is on the left side of that road. We were over the National Forest. It's a unique tract. I mean, all these tracts are great. They all have kind of their own bonuses, but tract 19 with that open meadow, the guys saw deer in that meadow essentially every single day that they were working out here, and they saw turkeys quite a bit as well. I mean, the National Forest for deer and turkey hunting is phenomenal. Obviously, you can hunt on your own private tract here, but you could also hunt in the many thousands, many tens of thousands of acres within the national forest. So whether you're a hunter or a camper or a hiker or a fisherman or woman, this is awesome. So beautiful tract, tract 19 at the Devil's Backbone Project. It is surveyed with the corners marked. If you have any questions, just let us know.